So it sounds very easy, you know? Just choose the state you prefer and take action from it. So I know that's not easy. Like, I really do. It's not easy. So it's going to come up. What keeps us from choosing the state we prefer and choosing not to act on it? Why do we choose to stunt our growth and happiness? And so I'm going to share with you my biggest challenges that I've had, that I'm sure all of you had in some way, shape, or form. So the biggest challenge is to choosing the state I prefer and acting on it. So first one, what others might think, or being rejected for being a certain way or doing what I want to do. I was a very shy kid growing up. I was always afraid to get in trouble. I was always afraid of not having friends. So I choose to invalidate myself before anyone else could. Not consciously saying I'm going to do this, but it's just naturally when you're in fear, you don't do anything. You don't express yourself. And when you're a kid, that's okay, but when you're an adult, it affects you. And you need to look at it. Because your purpose as an adult becomes more prevalent, than when you're a kid just sort of playing video games. So that's one of the big challenges. Second one was procrastination. Anyone here experienced procrastination? Yeah. Okay. Procrastination, blaming circumstances. And when I say blaming circumstances, like I said, I work at a software company for the past 5 years, and I would have these ideas and things I want to do, and I always thought, if I didn't have this stupid job, I would have so much more time to do things. But then I noticed when I wasn't doing the job, and I had my free time, I still wasn't doing those things. So, because I just thought I needed more time. But if I was really excited about it, then I would take action no matter what. And I did in small steps, and now much bigger steps, because I've incorporated my job with everything else that I do and see it as a whole thing, a whole system. Nothing, I don't really consider myself having a career. My career is being me. And these are just different parts that I don't have hobbies. These are just things that I do and that I'm exploring. And they support me in more ways than one. So the third thing is pretty big, that something is missing. I can't be happy until I have this thing or this person or the circumstances are the way that I prefer them to be. So I'm going to sit and wait. And being in a physical reality where everything's just a reflection, you're going to be waiting a long time. Yeah. So, I would just invalidate circumstances, something how I wasn't how I preferred it to be. I was sick last month, and I didn't want to cancel on everybody, and I didn't want to, stay all night up vomiting. So, but I very rarely get physical sick. Very rarely get viruses like that. So I knew if it's happening, it must be happening for a reason. I prefer, and that would affect everyone else as well, in a manner of speaking. Because now you're all here today. Maybe you couldn't have made it to the last one. Maybe it wasn't relevant to give the other presentation again. Maybe I needed to have that experience of creating a new one. Maybe I wasn't done learning what I need to learn before I presented it. There could be a whole bunch of reasons. But these were the biggest challenges that caused a lot of resistance, and basically from definitions of things and how I thought everything was supposed to be, which created a lot of insistence and assumptions as well, and they all went together. So I'm going to take you through these three things and what I've discovered and how I've sort of maneuvered them, changed definitions to have them work for me. Because I always got very curious about why things were the way they were.